morning, good afternoon. Welcome to Spencer Season. Very grateful today. Gentleman from the program brought me over a refrigerator. My refrigerator went out and I've been living out of a Yeti for like the last 6 months. No big deal with me. I'm always pretty well I look at life. It's human existence. I've just been camping on this little planet. Anyways, very grateful for the refrigerator. That's what they brought over, a fridge. Perfect size. It's just me. Be nice not having to freeze ice and live out of a cooler. Upgrade. I took everything for granted. I don't take everything for granted today. Especially my sobriety. First 3 hours of my day are to a meeting. Before the meeting, after the meeting, during the meeting. How can I help my fellow man? My fellow drunks in the plaza. Nobody understands me because I don't even understand myself. Yes, I'm an INFJ, super empath. I have feelings and emotions. More like a girl. Oh, God. Or maybe just more balanced and human. Androgynous. Thing about being an INFJ, I guess. That's the modern term. It's just me. Label it however you want. It's just, it's just me having an experience, and people are so much more aware in other areas, and I'm more aware in other areas than they are. I'm aware of areas they don't even know exist. Perhaps the consequences of microdosing DMT for years. Who knows? That is the most powerful molecule I've ever embraced. Dimethyltryptamine, DMT. It's in your pineal gland. It's in every blade of grass. It's in such a minute quantity. It's hypothesized that the moment you die, the pineal gland releases a massive surge of DMT, which would be like smoking it. And it blasts your soul and your light out of here. Or another way to look at it, all this is just a VR and you've never left it, like an avatar. I think that's probably more like it. I go to bed and I dream I go somewhere, and it sure the fuck ain't here. Thank God for that. Well, 111 in Mesa. Now at the 106. And I love it. Doesn't bother me one bit. 117. That's hot, but I know how to survive in the desert. 60 years. Going to meetings is just such a habit. It's so automatic. It didn't used to be. I had to get those signatures. I'm so freaking defiant. They wanted 3 signatures a week in drug court, so I gave them 15. And I was still using. Because I couldn't stop. Recovery from meth. You know, it's just not having any energy, motivation to do anything for 2-3 years. I mean, there's no, it releases so much dopamine. It's what makes it so fucking addictive. Adderall, that shit fucking, what Adderall does for me is my mind's already spun. It slows me down. I guess unless you took 10 of them. I don't like Adderall. And today I don't like meth either. Well, that's not true. Some perfectly pure lab grade meth. Oh my God, that brings back memories. It's just not good, and it's not good for Spence. But it's good. Fuck, man. Oh. Having ADHD, and the first time I tried meth, little bullet, friend Dave, Beebe. Anyways, he gave me a little bullet. And it burned. It burned like fucking epoxy. Exactly what. It felt like I just mixed some epoxy, glue up in my nose, and it was cooking off. Tears coming down my eyes. Hurt so bad. But in a moment later, having had ADHD, you know, all my life, I think it was 21 the first time I tried it. Anyways, I could think. Fuck. I thought back in high school, shit, I could have got A's. And I could have. I could think. I could focus. And I loved it. I love being able to, for the first time, be able to think. It affects me differently. I don't know. Other people, you know, all the kids that eat the Adderall and shit, you know, they get high on it. I understand that. I took Black Beauties way back in the day. Remember, I'm 60. We had Black Beauties when we were busboys and waiters. There's always speed in the restaurant biz. I just don't like to, well, I was in so much fear and so much pain and not wanting to be here. Spin your mind up really fast. Release a bunch of dopamine. It's just not that bad. Killing yourself, but I figure burn the wick at both ends, I'd be done. I'd be already gone. It's apparently not the case. I shall author a couple books, I have a feeling. Who knows, they may be bestsellers. And it'll all be true. So one thing about being an INFJ is I remember everything. I've been watching these YouTube things on it, on myself. And INFJs, I'm like, well, that's me. I remember details from 10 years ago, 30 years ago. when they when there's an emotional imprint. If I feel if I'm scanning, I absorb everything. I guess, you know, filming Old Scottsdale's Old Town Plaza is like therapy in a lot of ways. Because by being in the plaza, skating around, filming everything, nothing's happening. Because you're gonna get caught. Everyone behaves, and the bad element, they don't come. I think things really changed in the plaza is that when this guy, God, he hit me in the hand. His fists were like when, what do they say? Iron fist. They're like Iron Fist Mike. I didn't understand that until I felt this guy's fist. It was like iron, like it was cast iron. Anyways, he broke this guy's jaw. And then he kicked him and then knocked him out, broke his jaw. The guy goes down. It's a security kid too. Bar security. And then the guy kicks him in the head while he's knocked out. It was horrendous. Anyways, I heard the jaw break. It was horrendous. If you've never heard somebody's jaw break, you will never forget the sound. Oh my God. And then I'm an empath, so I'm really feeling his freaking pain. Well, he ain't feeling any pain. He's knocked out. Pain's coming later. And now I'm questioning why the hell this thought just came to me, why I'm sharing it. And so I got a trial in Scottsdale Justice Court, Kangaroo Court, for this failure to obey drunk Sergeant Floor. And now they also have subpoenaed me to be a witness for the state, and it could be for this assault. Very well might be. But I'd prefer to be asked than summoned. And you know, once you're subpoenaed, I can't leave. Not that I have any money, not that I have any plans to go anywhere, but I can't leave the goddamn state. I'm now a slave to the court. If you're fighting charges, you can't leave the state. It's like being on probation all over again. Travel-wise. I don't know. It'll make for a good book. So I'll be called as a state's witness, probably for that assault. They would have got away with it, and the kid would have had a broken jaw, and they'd still be breaking other people's jaws. I do not like violence. I was bullied. And I took that rage and resentment, and then I started to learn karate. I didn't go through the belts, but I learned enough. And then by junior year in high school, I started to fill in. And then the bullies that bullied me, picked on me, book slammed me. I hated that. Book slam. Great, I'm late for class now. Check this out. I'm at Gokapa High School. Middle school. Anyways, I'm late for class. Anyways, Carrie DuBois comes by, and I got all my books. I'm late, and he book slams me. My stuff goes everywhere. And I yell, "Fuck!" Can't get away with that back then. Anyway, teacher comes out. My stuff's all over the place. Brings me to the... He has a classroom of kids, but this is so damn important that I yelled, fuck. That he brings me to the principal's office, and I get suspended for 2 fucking days. Which my mother, she's like, why do you reward him? Wow. Suspension to me was reward. You know, I'm just gonna kick home, you know. I get to stay home, no problem, or I can go to school. I don't really care. But that's sort of like how the police are. You know, Scottsdale Police Department. You gotta remember, I got ADHD, folks. I'm all over the place. I'm just getting it out. So I'm not yelling and screaming in the phone today. That's a positive. My father would yell and scream at the TV newscaster or whatever the hell they were saying. So here I am yelling, sometimes yelling and screaming into a mirror in my house, in the bathroom, shower. I live alone, so I can do that. I get it out. I yell, I'll scream. Gotta get that energy out. I'll write it out. I journal a lot. Probably 40,000 pages already. Literally. It's my life. I write, spill ink. This life is, man. I know I digress, and I do that all the time. I'm driving, yet I'm processing so much more information than I could ever share verbally. But then again, I've been told my voice is encrypted. So everybody wake the fuck up. We need to raise the vibration, your awareness. And unfortunately, a lot of things you got to become aware about are not good. Like there's 4 families that control all the food that goes through all the supermarkets. I think that, you know, don't count me on that stuff, but it's basically 4. And anyone that should succeed and become very, very successful, Stony Brook yogurt, gonna get bought out. How many billions do you need? I mean, god damn. There's so much money in the world. I don't have much. I don't have any at the moment. But I have all I need. Yeah, when I had, there was never enough. God, it's just crazy. And I need to get over it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just saw a thing on YouTube. Like all the yogurt's made in one great big yogurt factory, and then it's branded differently, so we have choices. Yep. Yep, we have choices, but you don't have any choice at all. They stock the supermarket shelves. I didn't know this. In Europe, they don't refrigerate eggs because they don't wash them. Here, the FDA says they have to be washed when they come out of the chicken. Well, that's the film that's on the egg protects the egg from air, from oxygen, and you don't even need to refrigerate it. It doesn't go bad until you wash it. I had no idea. I am a truth junkie. I'm a lie detector. I read facials. I don't read just your face. I read everything, your body, your patterns. And I do that and I compare that, like Chase Hughes says, on levels that most people couldn't even comprehend. And it's just so automatic, and it just becomes more refined. The more I practice, the longer I live. Especially since I turned 60. I don't know. Everything changed when I turned 60. Whole new, this is the next stage of my evolution. Oh God, I earned it. I have no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing. Other than, yes, I'm heading to a meeting right now. Sobriety is of paramount importance to me and everyone around me. Everyone. I can be a very, very, very dark alcoholic empath with stoic qualities. That's probably my only fear. Myself. I don't fear you. I don't fear the fucking police. You've taken my fucking rights so many goddamn times. Yeah, I was guilty of addiction. That's about it, motherfuckers. First time I went to jail was 21, 5 days, Madison, 5th floor. That's the murder floor. But they didn't know where else to put me, so they put me up there in the med pod. And that was God's grace. I'm surrounded by fucking murderers. I didn't know that at the time. But I learned something. I asked one guy what he was in for, and he said he stabbed his friend I don't know how many times. And I never asked that fucking question again. I'm slow, but I learn pretty quick. But at night, when it was lockdown time, I had my own cell in the med pod. That was God's grace. I was so scared going to jail. Back then, you could bring cigarettes in. I brought in two cartons of Marlboro Reds. Can you imagine that? They allowed you to bring cigarettes into jail. You could smoke in jail. Legal, I mean, it was allowed. So anyways, while I'm waiting to get extradited, I thought I was going to get extradited to Tower, so I made a lot of friends with those cigarettes. And then I got shipped upstairs, and all those people went to Tower. So all the friends I made that I thought I made, just they were not going to be any help to me. That was it. 5 days. That was a long 5 days. The last time I did 17 days. No, 21, 22. That was the longest I've ever been locked up. 22 days. An extradition and all kinds of shit. Another story. Good story. Spence has a lot of stories. Oh. Spence is grateful for this life. He's grateful for all the pain, all the trauma. Survived. I made it. Somehow. One day at a time. Oh, one last thing, I used my credit card and it worked. It's probably over limit now, but I have a full tank of gas. And right now, I don't really need much more. I'm very grateful. Gas to get to meetings is always a good thing.